Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Adrian, and it is Friday. So today we're going to be talking about a few bits and pieces of news that have gone around in the kind of Marvel DC geek world. So yeah, let's get to it. And I want to apologize because I haven't really uploaded anything, and I've been awfully sick lately. But I'm feeling better, so I decided to try my best to do a video today for at least maybe 10-15 minutes. I had a fever. I had a whole bunch of things: runny nose, cough. I have a whole bunch of phlegm still. But I'm going to try to tone it down quite a bit for at least this video. So I'm going to try not to cough and try not to do those little nasty phlegm noises. So I'm going to try to hold back. But anyways, the first thing I want to talk about are these Ant-Man posters that are floating around. They look awesome. For those of y'all who haven't seen them yet, it's basically Ant-Man on either Iron Man's shoulder, or Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, or Captain America's shield. And I believe it says like no shield, no armor, no problem. I think it's hilarious. I know a lot of people go into or a lot of people hear about Ant-Man and don't realize first off, they think it's silly. They think they don't take Ant-Man as a serious superhero. But it's smart that Marvel is kind of saying, hey, he's a part of our universe, so love him. Anything with the Marvel logo pretty much wins at the box office. So especially when you put Captain America's shield, you put Iron Man, put Thor's hammer in a poster along with Ant-Man, that'll get a few more people coming in. I'm really excited about Ant-Man. It looks like another one of those Guardians of the Galaxy type things where it's a new character, it's a new story. It looks comedic, and as well as Ant-Man should be pretty comedic. So I'm pretty excited about it. I think this is a very smart marketing move on Marvel's side, and I'm pretty sure things will work out. Again, like I said, it's one of those things where people have loved the Marvel property, love the idea of Marvel for so long that anything with the Marvel logo will bring people in. And I feel like Ant-Man will be another one of those situations, even though I don't think it will make as much as obviously like Guardians of the Galaxy, or obviously nowhere close to Avengers. It would probably make, I would probably say like, I don't know, probably like one of the Phase 1 movies, not too much, probably, maybe 500 million, maybe 600 million. I could be completely off, but I'm excited. These posters kick ass. That'll be pretty awesome. I'm excited to see what Ant-Man contributes to the bigger picture here, and maybe they ask him to join the Avengers. That would be pretty sweet. It'll give us a reason or give him a reason to be in Civil War, like we've seen him already and already confirmed to be in. So yeah, so Ant-Man posters, that's number one. I apologize. I will be coughing every so often. Let me see. Let's talk about Chiwetel Ejiofor, or Ejiofor. I might butcher the hell out of that name, but he's Baron Mordo, and they kind of confirmed, kind of revealed that he'll be playing Baron Mordo. The thing that really kind of confuses me is that they said that he'll be an amalgamation of a few characters. Now, what does that mean exactly? I believe they said something along the lines that he's not going to be a villain exactly. So what is he? Is he going to be like an anti-hero? Is he going to be one of those people that are neutral all across the board? An amalgamation of different characters too. That also really confuses me, because who will he be? Will he be not the ancient one? Will he be like a Wong type character? Will he be like a Clea? Which is, I doubt they'll do Clea, because that'll be a funny thing to talk about. But is he gonna be like a like a Dormammu with a Baron Mordo type combination. A lot of things. A lot of questions come to mind as to what they mean exactly by an amalgamation of different characters, but the idea of Chiwetel Ejiofor in Doctor Strange is just a huge win for Marvel. This is another guy that when you hear his name, you think this is a type of person you want in this weird type hero film, and he's an awesome actor. He was in 12 Years a Slave. I believe he's going to be in Z for Zachariah later this year, which is has Margot Robbie, and I think it has, if I'm not mistaken, it has Chris Pine as well. It's kind of an apocalypse film, but every time you hear this guy's name, it's just one of those names that are like, that's the type of guy you want for this role. And Baron Mordo, he's a weird guy. He's kind of just another one of Doctor Strange's type characters. So having Chiwetel be one of those, one of the cast members, it's very exciting. He'll bring another level of intensity into it all, and he plays a great villain as well. So I would like to see him in Doctor Strange, and whatever Marvel does, I really trust Marvel. So whatever decisions Marvel makes, I'm pretty okay with it. Marvel hasn't let me down casting wise, so I'm all on board. I just really want to see the movie already. I like the whole idea of Scott Derrickson directing it because he's kind of a horror flick type guy. So I'd really like to see all that come into play. Having horror with Doctor Strange would be pretty sweet because Doctor Strange is he has some pretty creepy characters. Dormammu is not a kid friendly villain. He's very much a scary person to deal with. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Chiwetel is Baron Mordo. I think very smart move for Marvel. Hopefully they keep him around for more than just Doctor Strange. Hopefully they sign a multi-picture deal with him because that's a guy that you really want under your belt. The next thing I want to talk about is there's reports that came out today that Tom Holland and Charlie Rowe are the final two actors for Spider-Man. Supposedly, I believe his name is Asa Butterfield or Asa Butterfield, is no longer in the running, and a lot of reports were saying that he's no longer in the running because of some comments on Reddit that he made. Not bad comments, but just the fact that he was talking about his I guess Spider-Man relation and just his I guess his meetings or whatever with Marvel. I know Marvel is not very fond of stuff like that where you kind of leak some stuff out. So Butterfield, I guess I didn't read the post themselves, but I heard that he was talking where he shouldn't have been talking. So that could raise a problem for him. He could possibly be out, but right now we have Tom Holland, Charlie Rowe. Now, I don't know much about Tom Holland. I know that he was in The Impossible, which a lot of people loved him in. Also, I researched him not that long ago, and I know that he's also a theater type man. He does musicals, so a type guy. So I think this kid could have a lot of range, and he wouldn't be my top choice for Spider-Man, but anybody who's a great actor, he's not exactly my bottom choice, but he's definitely one of those people that, if they said that he was Spider-Man tomorrow, I'd be okay with it. It's not a bad decision. It's not my favorite decision. A lot of people will still say Dylan O'Brien. I would probably say he's one of my top choices as well, but if not him, then definitely I do want Charlie Rowe. Charlie Rowe, I saw him in Red Band Society. For a lot of people who don't know what Red Band Society is, and I don't think a lot of people do, it was a Fox drama that didn't last very long. I believe it got canceled already, but it was about a few kids who were basically they were ill, so they were in the hospital, and they all kind of hung out with each other, and um, it was a pretty sweet and kind of a sad story. But Charlie Rowe was he was I believe he had cancer, so he had leukemia. I believe he shaved his head for the role and everything. But I just remember him being I remember him being one of the main characters of the story, and he would definitely bring some like sadness to the role. But I see this kid. I see Spider-Man definitely. He looks like a younger Andrew Garfield to me. But I see him, and I'm pretty sure he could pull off quirky. He could pull off funny. So I'm not gonna lie. Charlie Rowe is probably one of my top three people to play this role. He's probably my favorite to play this role. So if he does win it, I'm all in. I'm all in. So I think that would be awesome. As for the whole thing for Asa Butterfield, or I'm just saying Butterfield, I feel like that's a loss because he's also another incredible actor for his age, and I, whoever wins the role, I think what matters to me most is the writing. If you have some great writing behind Spider-Man or behind Peter Parker, and if he's talking to the Avengers, chemistry obviously helps a lot, but if you have some good writing to back up the chemistry, then man, that could be an awesome combination. So hopefully these actors could pull that off, and that would be pretty sweet. The last thing I want to talk about, unfortunately, there wasn't a lot of DC stuff to talk about. Frankly, it's been the same things. It's been set photos. It's been promo art, and it's just not a lot to talk about. But the last thing I do want to talk about is Jon Bernthal as the Punisher. This has probably been one of my favorite Marvel casting decisions in a very long time. Jon Bernthal, I'm a big fan of The Walking Dead, more in its earlier seasons than now. But one of my favorite seasons is season 2, and a lot of people disagree with me. But Jon Bernthal is scary. He is scary. He is very, very intense. You see season 2 of The Walking Dead. Every time he pops those eyes, man, and looks at you straight forward, it scares the shit out of me. This is a guy that when you look at him, it both, obviously he physically looks intimidating, but just the way he acts and the way he stares, it's just a crazy amount of intensity in him. He's done an incredible job in The Wolf of Wall Street, where it's somewhat comedic. I believe he's been in a few TV shows. He's been in a few movies like Fury. He's kind of weird. But this guy, I swear, as the Punisher, he can bring levels and layers of intensity. And I love Daredevil season 1. I watched it all in one day because I had nothing better to do. But season 2 of Daredevil, so I've heard Elektra's going to be in there. I heard Bullseye is going to be in there. And to have the Punisher and Jon Bernthal be in there, that's incredible. Jon Bernthal was probably my favorite actor in The Walking Dead. Every time he was in a shot, I couldn't help but just poop my pants just a little bit. I swear, this guy's awesome. This guy's an incredible actor. So I'm happy that he has joined the Marvel Universe, and it's so awesome that you finally get the Punisher in the Marvel Universe. It's not the Punisher, by himself somewhere in an alley. No, this is the Punisher, and he's living in the same world as Captain America, as Iron Man, as Daredevil, as all these other incredible characters. So it's nice to see things kind of come together again. And Jon Bernthal as the Punisher is just another little golden star for Marvel. So I'm excited. I wonder if they'll ever give him his own Netflix series. you know, just like the Punisher, he started out as just kind of like a villain for Spider-Man. And then later on, of course, they fleshed out the whole his family got killed, and he's kind of turned into just this killing machine. So maybe they'll give him his own Netflix series and kind of flesh that out. But as far as I know, I'm not sure if it's an origin story or if it's Punisher and his already, you know, in his already killing glories. So we'll see how that turns out. It's everything so far. I know it's been Marvel. I haven't talked much DC, but like I said, there's not really much DC stuff coming out. It's occasionally a few posters, set photos, but you know, a lot of cool Marvel things have came out. So I want to talk about that. And I would have to say Jon Bernthal's Punisher is probably my favorite thing out of this list. We're kind of really coming down to the last actors for Spider-Man, so that's also a really sweet thing. Chiwetel as Bird Mordo brings another level of awesome to Doctor Strange. Hopefully Tilda Swinton, or Tilda, I forgot her. I'm not sure about her last name, but Tilda's freaking weird as the Ancient One. Mixed feelings, but so far positive ones. So you know, that's another weird cast member to get on Doctor Strange. That's another awesome move on Marvel's side. And the Ant-Man posters, funny, quirky. It's exactly what you need on the marketing side of Ant-Man. You need people to know that this is a guy who's in the Marvel universe, and that will push the story just a little bit more. So anyways, that's all I have to say. Thank you for joining me for today. I'll try to get some stuff up and running, some uploads. I'm feeling a little better, so let's see how the next videos turn out. But anyways, thanks for sticking around, guys. I'll talk to you guys later.